Hi everybody, me again on the V-Star riding in Smyrna, Georgia. First opportunity I've had to get out in a while, and just thought I'd talk to you about a few things. One of the guys I sub, the Smyrna Cowboy in Smyrna, Tennessee, is undergoing, I believe it was knee replacement surgery, and surgery turned out well, and he's going through the recuperative phase of it. Of course, he's going through a good bit of pain. I want to wish him well. Another guy I sub, ReggiewithTwoGs, he's recovering from a broken collarbone that occurred, I believe, during a wreck on his bike, and he seems to be getting better as well. And of course, but he's still having to deal with some pain too. And lastly, but not leastly, my adopted son, Hepcat Harley, is recovering from a crash he had, and earlier in right at the end of last year, and another motorcycle crash, and I believe he's doing better now. He's probably the most healed up of all of them now. But thinking about these guys made me think about pain. Now, we've you know, we all know what the speed of light is. You know, we know what the speed of sound is. Ron White, a comedian, talked about flying in a plane that was so slow it was traveling at the speed of smell. And it got to me thinking about the speed of pain. Now, I was, years ago when I used to do a lot of work on cars and stuff, was a mechanic for a while by profession, and I had a pry bar on, I believe it was on an alternator, and I was trying to get the tension on the belt just right, and I was doing it by myself, and so I'm trying to hold the pry bar and thread a bolt or put a wrench on a bolt or get it just tight enough or whatever. And I remember thinking to myself that if that pry bar slips, it's going to hit me right in the face. And you know, within the next second, that's exactly what happened. That pry bar jumped right off of that alternator, came up and hit me right across the face like that. Well, it didn't hurt right at first. I was shocked. You know, I was shocked that I actually hit myself with it. But I would say I did a 1, 2, 3 count before the pain actually hit me. And it was overwhelming pain. I had to sit down. I just hit myself in the face with a steel bar, hard. And you know, it's the idiot that I was, and I even saw it coming. I even predicted it. And did I do anything about it? No. But you know, I got to thinking back in other times when I've been hurt. When I was a kid, I don't know, I probably was 8 or 9 years old. I remember running barefoot in the summertime over in a neighbor's yard, and they were having some work done on a outbuilding that they were working on, and they had materials, boards and everything laying around. Well, there was a 2x4, about a 3-foot piece of 2x4 laying in the yard, and I'm running along, and we were, you know, a bunch of us kids chasing each other around, and I kind of ran down the 2x4, and there was a 10-penny nail sticking out of it, and it went right up. I think I had flip-flops on. It went right up through the flip-flop, came up between my big toe and the next toe to it, about 2 inches into my foot. You know, it just kind of split the bones in there, and between them. And I actually ran about 3 steps and never felt anything, never felt any pain. And then, boy, did the pain hit. And let me tell you, that pain hit me, and I put my other foot on that board and yanked my foot up, and God, did it hurt coming out too. Had to go get a tetanus shot, you know, limped around for a week or two. Something, you know, one of those things you just never forget. And then another time, again when I was a kid, I could show it to you, but I'd have to take my glove off. But I've got a scar on my wrist where a friend of mine ran over me in my with my own go-kart, and somehow when I went over, he literally ran over me. I was, you know, running around. He literally caught me at the ankles and took me right out. And when I flew over it, I cut my wrist, cut the wrist bone. I cut it all the way down to the bone, and the flesh, you could actually, don't want to gross anybody out here, but you know, you could look, I could flex it, and it would open up like a bird's mouth, and I could see all the way down to the little white piece of bone there. and it never bled, and it never hurt. I mean to say it never hurt. It didn't hurt. It wasn't hurting in 5 minutes. It wasn't hurting an hour from then. It didn't hurt 2 hours from then. The next day, it was just a little bit sore, and all we did was we just put a butterfly bandage over it. Didn't put any stitches in it. It was only about an inch long. It was just deep, and put a butterfly bandage on it. And about a week later, it was all healed up. And again, I never paid any attention to it. It never affected me. I could move my wrist and all that, and I don't know why I never felt any pain from it. But just thinking about it, if you had an instance where you hit yourself or cut yourself or fell down or something like that, and it's like nothing happened. It's like you didn't feel anything. I don't know, it's just kind of weird, but thinking about our friends that are having to endure some pain right now, it just made me think about it. What do you think? Let me know. Hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.